United Way of Greater Warren County, we have Executive Director Jeannie Weber. Good morning, Jeannie.
Good morning, Vanessa.
And with us from Monmouth College is Associate Professor and Chair of the Theater Department and Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, it's Vanessa Campagna. Good morning, Vanessa.
Good morning, Vanessa.
How are you?
Awesome. How are you?
Good. Excited to have you folks in this morning because it's a big week for you.
It is a very big week, not just for us, but for lots of folks here in the community, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So remind us, Vanessa, tell people a little bit about yourself.
I relocated to Monmouth from Missouri 11 years ago to start my position at the theater department. And one of the things that attracted me to Monmouth and the good work happening here is the long-standing partnership between the theater department at the college and the local agency, Buchanan Center for the Arts. I jumped right in, starting to direct these community co-productions, became really good friends with Jeannie, and over time our partnership has grown to include United Way, and through a partnership with Jeannie, got to meet Josh Gibb and the good folks over at Galesburg Community Foundation, and we're creating theater every year together now.
Good for you guys. And this is a really big week, too, because auditions begin.
It's a big week for other people. For me, I kind of get to sit behind a table for a couple of nights.
There you go.
And watch the good work. And then once there's a cast assembled, then my life will get really busy. I'll be directing and choreographing and costuming this one.
Okay, tell us the big news of what it is.
Drum roll. Jeannie, take it away. What are we doing this year?
It's the Whitney Houston version of Cinderella the musical.
Nice.
And it is a Rodgers and Hammerstein. They originally did the music and lyrics.
They
correct? Did. I shared with Vanessa over the weekend because I started rehearsing the song that I have to do for the audition. For the first 2 hours, I did nothing but cry because I was thinking about watching that live play when I was a little girl. And then I started thinking about watching Darian when she was a little girl, watching the Whitney Houston. So it's a beautiful version of Cinderella.
Okay. Tell us about this version of Cinderella, Vanessa.
Well, what I really like, first and foremost, is the way that the production advanced color-conscious casting, which is where we make an intentional choice to put people of color and from other marginalized identity categories into prominent roles. Prior to the pop singer Brandy playing the role of Cinderella in the late 1990s alongside Whitney Houston as the fairy godmother, alongside Whoopi Goldberg as the queen, we hadn't seen a Cinderella of color. And I know that as a young child of the 90s, that was really cool for me to see, even though I am a white person. That production really excited me, and it's really stayed with me. And I think the theme in this particular adaptation is a lot about inclusion, and not just in terms of racial or ethnic categories, but in terms of social class and this mobility of someone from very humble, difficult circumstances, moving through society and finding acceptance. I was really drawn to this particular version for that reason.
Okay. And auditions begin this week. How do people audition?
Well, on Wednesday the 5th or Thursday the 6th, you're going to come on down to the Wells Theater. That's located at the intersection of North 9th Street and East Broadway, right here in Monmouth. And you can look around town or on the Monmouth College Department of Theater Facebook, our Instagram pages. Other local businesses have been supporting, and we've got Facebook posts locating where posters are available in restaurants around town, in grocery stores around town. And there's a QR code on those posters. And what folks need to do is scan that QR code. It's going to link you to a Google Drive, and then you'll see a series of folders categorized by age. Take a look in the folder that applies to you and or the young one in your life, and start looking at those materials. We've got sheet music. We have demonstration recordings of the clip that folks will sing. And then we even have the accompaniment track so people can practice singing on their own, just like they will at the audition. On Wednesday and Thursday, you come to only one audition. We've got 8 to 12-year-olds at 6 o'clock, community members 13 to 18 at 7 o'clock, and then all Monmouth College students and community members ages 19 and up at 8:15 p.m.
Okay. 8 to 12, 6 p.m., 13 to 18, 7, and 19 and above, 8:15 p.m. at the Wells Theater.
That's right.
And this is open to the community to
Yes,
be a part of.
I wanted to speak to that because anyone who's in the community who has ever had experience in theater or who just has enjoyed watching theater or watching movies their whole entire life, come and audition. I had never done this before in my life until I moved to Monmouth, and I auditioned the first time to kind of support my daughter. And the experience was it was hard because I'd never sung in front of an audience, and it caused me to push myself when I really needed to be pushing myself at that time. And I also witnessed so much about theater that I didn't understand or just kind of took for granted, and what it can do to community members to have an interaction with college students, younger kids having interaction with older kids. It teaches us discipline. It teaches us teamwork. It teaches us about punctuality. It teaches us about flexibility, and it teaches us about learning how to accept criticism in a healthy way.
Okay.
Well said,
And
Jeannie.
that is why United Way and Galesburg Community Foundation support this, because it is much more than a theatrical production.
Okay. All right. As far as the characters go, what are some of the traditional characters people can actually audition for?
Absolutely, and one of the things I want to make clear is that our Monmouth College students know that they have to go toe-to-toe in the audition room with our community members. So everyone is eligible for all roles that would suit their age category. 8-year-old Cinderellas are amazing on Halloween. I don't really anticipate that we'll see an 8-year-old playing the title character in this
Right.
production. But what can those 8-year-olds do? My goodness, they're going to be absolutely precious little mice, and they will be villagers, and we'll have villagers of all ages in terms of named parts.
Okay.
We, of course, have Cinderella.
Yes.
We, of course, have a prince.
Yes.
We, of course, have a king and queen. We have that wicked stepmother. And she's got some biological daughters who are not so nice.
Yes.
So we've got those evil stepsisters. Like all good musical comedies, there's a confidant character. Cinderella has her own confidant in a dove, and the prince has a human being confidant, but those roles are traditionally comedic. There's great songs sung by some heralds right at the top of the show. So there are so many roles available. And, I think the highest number of participants that we've had in one of these community shows is 48. So I will make room for you on
That's
that
awesome.
stage. I really consider art making an act of democracy. So
Okay.
I can't wait for people to come out and be involved in this community and work to further the good partnership between the college and our fabulous home community.
Now, people can also partake in the construction of the stage. That's something people don't always think about. You think of theater as the drama department, as the acting, actresses, actors. But in fact, there's a lot to lighting, the actual development of the show, what goes into the production. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So I'll start by saying that I really honor lyricists and composers and playwrights, without whom there would be very little work for us to produce. So shout out to those folks. And then there's directors and choreographers and costume designers and lighting designers, sound engineers, scenic designers, technical direction, props crews, publicity crews, box office, front of house staff.
Dramaturgy.
Dramaturgy, that's a really important part of the work that we do is applying critical frameworks and research to more fully understanding the world of the play. And there are ways to keep people busy. Jeannie, are you...
I learned how to use a glue gun last year.
Nice.
I was so excited about it, and it was really kind of comical because I really didn't know even how to put the glue stick in, had to ask a college student, and they looked at me like, oh, I'm so sorry, you poor thing, you know. But it was really fun. I helped with props when we did Little Mermaid because it was just, there was a lot involved with
Little
that
Mermaid
show.
was spectacular.
Yes, I am forever indebted to the inventor of glue sticks. When we do these massive musicals, I mean, we easily go through 200 or 300 glue sticks. So, yeah, if anybody wants to volunteer to come get your fingers burned.
Yeah, I was going to give that advice. Just don't touch the glue after you stick it on something. I lost my fingerprint on this finger right here.
Oh, my gosh. Now, when will Cinderella be ready for the community to consume the production?
Yeah, well, we'll start rehearsals at the end of February. We'll have a full week off when the college has spring break. We will have a nice long weekend off when the college celebrates the Easter holiday. And we will come back and be ready to mount this wonderful production for audiences April 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. 4 days, 5 performances total.
Okay. And will that be at Wells or
Wells
it will be
Theater?
At Wells? Okay.
Yes, it will.
May I add that if you are not able to audition for whatever reason, or if you're not able to come to the show for whatever reason, or unable to help behind the scenes for whatever reason, you can also support this production by making a donation to the Monmouth College's theater department.
Well, that was
Once again,
unexpected and so
once
kind.
again, it is. You don't understand the expense of this either until you experience it as well. I mean, it's great that you have the support that you do, but I know that sometimes a lot comes out of pocket.
Okay. All right, ladies, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Cinderella, the Whitney Houston version, the Cinderella musical, coming up on April 24th through the 27th. But auditions are this week, February 5th and 6th at Wells Theater. There is a QR code you can scan. That is on our website, by the way. And it has folders to apply for the demographic that you are to prepare for the auditions. 8 to 12 years old, 6 p.m., 13 to 18 years old, 7 p.m., and 19 and above, 8:15 p.m.
That is right. Vanessa, I want to thank you so much just for this airtime to promote this exciting opportunity. I am forever indebted to our great community partners here at Buchanan Center for the Arts, United Way of Greater Warren County, Galesburg Community Foundation, and this fabulous radio station.
Well, thank you very much. Have a beautiful week, you guys.
You too, Vanessa.
That is Vanessa Campagna with us. She is the Associate Professor and Chair with the Theater Department and Associate Dean of Academic Affairs. Jeannie Weber with us, United Way of Greater Warren County. She, of course, is our Executive Director.